Gemini, welcome into your weekly reading. Let's go. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Welcome into the weekly reading. Tiana Louise, intuitive coach consultant, here to support and offer some guidance for you around your connection. Okay, so this week we're going to do something a little different. I've added on another part of the reading that you'll have to stick around until the end to get. My channel is called Worth a Read because I tell all of my coaching clients that before there were coaches, there were books, right? My entire life, ever since I was a young girl, 10, 11 years old, I've always been a voracious reader and read everything from fiction, nonfiction, biographies, and in my early teens became interested in self-help books and transformation books, which have helped me coach myself around some of the most painful issues in my life. So I'm a big believer in books, and so at the end of this, I'm going to give you a reading from a book. We're going to have a little bit of a story time together, and it will be tailored to your energy, Gemini. Okay, so let's see what's going on in the connection at the time. At this time, what is the story of your connection right now? Let's see. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Justice card. Love that. That's Libra energy right off top. So you may be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, right? Your person may be a Libra, but you know, this talks about something coming into balance, and I feel like this is about a situation between you and this person working out unexpectedly, working out suddenly, some karma being balanced between you two in a way that's really helped you feel happier and sure and certain about this connection, about your feelings around it, and about you wanting to pursue this connection, right? This is about, you know, when justice comes up, I feel like there's been some lessons that have been learned in the connection. You were able to see something that you didn't see before, and you weren't expecting for that to happen, but it's poured out this stream of new insight and new awareness that is allowing what once felt bitter and resentful to slide away, slide out of your consciousness. Your feelings are shifting, right? This person's feelings are shifting, and this comes as the result of a period of separation, of being alone with your own thoughts, with your own heart, and mending, doing the work to mend. This kind of energy has been coming up a lot with the eclipse that just took place. But what I'm seeing here is you have some like you've been able to sort things out with this person, right? And with the Seven of Cups, I see it was, you know, a choice, because you had other options, you had other choices. You could have turned the other way, or they could have turned the other way, but they chose not to. Instead, they chose to come back and try to work things out, or that's what they're looking at doing, Gemini, and so are you. I feel like this is a mutual energy between you with this Justice card here. And then we have the Nine of Cups. I see this as, you know, you feeling relieved there being some relief in the connection, like something has lightened up, right? Things aren't so heavy anymore. There's this new energy that's ready to burst onto the scene here and just clear out miscommunications, misperceptions. And there may even be an opportunity for you guys to share with each other some of the things that, you know, you had wrong about one another. I feel like you're seeing this person in a new way. They're seeing you in a new way. And that offers opportunity for you guys to connect and come back together. I feel like this is a reconciliation energy. But let's clarify this. Let's look at the state of the connection right now. So we have calling in your soulmate. We have chemistry. And we have very soon. So I feel like very soon you guys will be coming back together to talk things out and sort out your differences. But for you, that has already started to take place. And for them too. This separation has allowed each of you to see each other in, you know, in a new light, under a new lens. And now you and them recognize each other as a soulmate, as the, you know, perfect person, as the person who you can move beyond differences with. And you've made the decision that, you know, you want to be with this person. You want to work things out with this person. You want to balance things out. You want to have a good relationship with them. You want to, you know, have things be on good terms with this person. And that's how they're feeling as well, I'm sensing. Let's look at the energy of both of you right now. So for their energy, we have the 7th chakra being opened up, Archangel Uriel, that's the crown chakra. So again, they've opened their mind. They've opened their mind to seeing things more from your perspective, whereas before they weren't able to do that. And I feel like they've also been able to accept the connection for what it is and as it is. You know, they've been able to accept what's occurred between you two, whereas before they weren't able to do that. They saw it as rejection. They saw it as pain. And now they understand it as being a necessary part of the evolution to move forward. And with your energy, Gemini, we have the world here. So that's completion of cycles. That's being able to work through some issues, work through our own karma and balance things out, right? And this to me symbolizes success. Success around lessons that you've learned. Let's see what has or continues to occur in the connection that could present some potential blocks. There's been a lot of thinking of one another in the heart space. I feel like there's some heart chakra activations going on. Yes, so here it is. We're at this crossroads, right? It's like now that there's been this new enlightenment, these new insights that have come through. Will one of you make a move? Which way will you turn, right? You could just let it remain the same. You could bring it back together. But I feel like there's this recognition of one another as tribe, right? And so there's this desire to want to move toward each other again as such. Yeah, but in a authentic way, in a way that is more honest and open and understanding and non-judgmental. That world card here to me symbolizes the releasing of judgment, the releasing of, a situation being as you think it should be, and being open to, allowing things to come in and taking it as it comes. I feel like this is a key lesson for each of you to call each other back to one another, right? To actually admit that there's this chemistry here that can't be ignored, and that even though there's been a attempt to, move away from it, shut it down, ignore it, it keeps coming back up. And so because it keeps coming back up, I feel like the decision that's going to be made here is for one of you to come forward. But who will it be? Are you thinking about doing that? Do you think that's going to be you? Will it be them? What's going to happen, if you guys were to come back together? I feel like with the Seven of Cups here, those are the kinds of things being considered in the connection right now. Both people are clear about what they feel, but at the same time, not sure of how to move things forward. So let's see what's going on in this person's heart at this time when it comes to this connection. Yeah, so we have some nostalgia here. We have aroma, memories. This could mean them literally being reminded of your scent, but if nothing else, thinking about you all the time, thinking about you so much, it's like they could almost smell you. And it gives them a lot of pleasure and peace and contentment. And for them, just, even being able to think about you in this way is enough. I feel like this person has really accepted that this is, for the most part, an energetic connection, a spiritual connection, one that may not be taking place in the physical, but they've had to accept that and learn to live with that, which at first may have been difficult, but now they've learned how to manage it. But they still count the days. They still count the days that you guys have been separated. We have the hourglass here. Time is slipping. They still wonder, whether or not this will be something that can ever come back into their experience. And I feel like that piece, it shocks them. I don't think they thought that you guys would be apart for so long, or possibly even forever. And this is something that still causes them stress and pain. So in the extended reading, we will look at exactly what they are wanting to do right now, because I feel like the ball is in their court. And with this Seven of Cups energy, they're thinking about what move to make. Like I said, they've reached a new level of awareness within themselves. And as a result of that, I feel like they are more compelled to take some sort of action, to, do something that makes them feel at ease and feel more comfort around the connection. But will they do that? We don't know. We'll take a look at that in the extended. But before we go, Gemini, I wanted to offer you a passage from this book called The Alchemy of the Heart, How to Give and Receive More Love. This is a book by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. She is a twin flame. She writes about the twin flame connection and many other subjects. I will leave a link to this book below. But what I did was meditate on your energy, Gemini, and I asked Spirit what you needed to know from this book in relation to the messages that you received today. And I randomly opened it up to page 18 and 19 after asking that question. And this is the chapter about opening the heart and stretching the muscles of the heart. So it says, as Rumi tells us, being human is like being a guest house. Every morning there is a new arrival, a new messenger. Greet even the sorrow that violently enters and carries away all your furniture, advises the poet, for this guest may be clearing space for something new and wonderful. Be grateful for whoever comes, he says, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Opening your heart to embrace the person or situation that pains you could be one of the most life-transforming experiences you'll ever have. It can also be one of the most courageous, for love takes courage and it takes will. Love takes courage because it forces us into unknown territory. Mark Prophet used to define courage as courage, the coming of age. It's French, C-O-E-U-R. I don't know if I said that correctly. But courage is the development of the love and wisdom of the heart that emboldens us to take action that is right, honorable, and necessary, even if it's temporarily uncomfortable. And I feel like that's what your person is considering right now. The new awareness that they've received, the new insight that they've received unexpectedly is this fact that, hey, this person may have hurt me, but leaning into this hurt, leaning into this pain is actually opening me up in ways that are new and actually wonderful, because I'm learning so much about myself. And maybe one of the most courageous things I could do is move toward this person again. And remember, these energies are interchangeable. They go both ways. So that could very much be you, Gemini, and very much how you are feeling at this time. We're going to take a look, a little deeper look at the connection in the extended reading. You can get that link in the description box. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will talk again soon. Make sure you follow me, subscribe to my channel, and like this video. All right. Peace.